Hi there, welcome to the ukestuff channel and welcome to this tutorial video for the play-along videos of Leave Before You Love Me as recorded by Marshmello and the Jonas Brothers. What we're going to do in this video is, first of all, we're going to look at the chord scene for GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele. Then we'll take a look at the chord scene for baritone DGBE ukulele, and then I'll give you some strumming ideas. I do want to remind you that there are chapters below so you can jump ahead to parts of the video that matter to you. Just as a reminder, if you want to support the channel, there are 3 things you can do. First of all, you can like the video. Second, you can subscribe to the channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you at buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff. All right, let's begin with GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele. I'll be using this instrument. This is my Flight TUC 55. It's the Acacia laminate concert travel ukulele by Flight. All right, the first chord you'll need is the G chord. Now, the second chord you need is the E minor chord. I'm going to show you 2 ways to play it. In general, the easiest way to play E minor most of the time is put your first finger on the first string 2nd fret and then build the other 2 fingers down like a waterfall. However, in this song, where the pattern repeats over and over again, make the G shape. Then add your pinky to the 3rd string 4th fret. It's the same exact shape, ultimately, as moving your hand, but then you don't have to reposition everything. So as you're playing, it just requires 1 extra pinky from G to E minor. Leave the G all there and just add the pinky. Then we get the C chord, and then finally the D chord, however you want to play it. There are a number of ways to play D. I play D sort of like an upside down G or a G7. So I put my first finger at the top of the 3rd string 2nd fret and then my other 2 fingers in that same row on the 2nd and 4th strings, making an upside down V. You can play fingers 1, 2, and 3 in a row. You can play it with 2 fingers. You can play it with 1 finger. But the one thing we ask that you don't do is to play with your thumb, because that will influence a lot of chord changes. So ultimately, any one of those other 4 hand positions for D works out really well. And those are the chord shapes you need for soprano concert or tenor ukulele in GCEA tuning. Now let's take a look at baritone. For baritone, I'll be using this instrument. This is my mainland baritone. It's a cedar top, rosewood back and side, all solid woods. I really love this instrument. First chord is the G chord. Then we're going to go to the E minor chord. So 2 1-finger chords. Then a C chord, so you're on your E minor, just add the first finger to the 2nd string 1st fret. That's your C chord. And the final chord is the D chord, so you'll have to move your hand. And those are the 4 chords to play Leave Before You Love Me on baritone DGBE ukulele. Now let's talk about strumming. Now, as we start this discussion about strumming, I always want to start by saying this. There was no ukulele in the original version, which means that there is no one right answer. So there are people that will always post comments on the play-along saying, this is a strum. Well, not really. There was no ukulele originally. So anything that works with the song, that sticks with the beat, that sounds good, is okay. However, if you can't find out something that works on your own, that's what these videos are all about. That's why I started creating these videos. And for these strumming patterns, I'll be using my Flight TUC 55 that I introduced earlier in the video. So the first pattern I'm going to show you, or the first option, doesn't involve anything other than down, up, and it would go like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, 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 down, up. So very slowly, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And you can see in that pattern which ones you skip, and you just have to practice moving your hand up and down and just getting it down there without hitting the strings. So what happens if you accidentally hit the strings when you're not supposed to? Nothing. There is no ukulele police that'll come knocking at your door asking for your ukulele at that point. So down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up is going to work really well. Now, if you want to go along with the beat a little closer, you can add chucks on beats 2 and 4. If you don't know how to chuck, this video isn't going to teach you. So there are tons of videos out there showing how to chuck. I'm not going to get into that right now very deep. I'll just mention that a chuck or a palm mute or a chunk is when you hit all 4 strings with your 4 fingers, and then you stop the sound with this part of your palm. And it creates a very percussive sound when you do it. Now, what we're going to do is use that same pattern of down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. We're going to use that same pattern, but we're going to put a chuck on beats 2 and 4 of both measures of that 8-beat pattern. So it's, measure 1 for 4 beats, measure 2 for 4 beats. It's going to sound like this. It's going to go down, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up. So very slowly. Down, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up. And you'll hit all 4 strings and mute it on beats 2 and 4. Now, what happens if you miss a chuck? Nothing. What happens if you chuck at the wrong time? Nothing. You'll just be off, right? A little bit, and you'll just have to fix it. But that is the other pattern that really fits well with the song. In the sequence, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes back. One more time through. I'm adding 1 pinky to the E minor on GCEA. And those would be the 2 patterns that I would use. Now let me pull up my baritone right here. I've got it right next to me anyway. And I'll just show those 2 patterns on baritone as well. So the first one was just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's option 1, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, option 2 is with a chuck, right? So with a chuck. And that's going to sound like this. Down, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll work great as well. So it works well on DGBE, works really well on GCEA as well. And with those 2 strumming patterns and with those chords, that's all you need to be successful on Leave Before You Love Me by Marshmello and the Jonas Brothers. Hey, I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I will be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.